Chuck Richter here at AngelsWin.com, here with Josh Caray. Josh, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Josh, tell us a little bit about just growing up in a household of Hall of Fame play-by-play announcers. That's got to be something.
Yeah, it was unique. It was really a special time just because I was growing up in Atlanta. My dad was with Braves, and they, of course, were going through their run of the 1990s, and it came out of nowhere. And so that in of itself made it special. Yeah, you know, you come home from school at 3 o'clock, you flip on WGN, there's your granddad, and a few hours later, there's your dad on TBN. It was certainly remarkable, and you got to see it from two different viewpoints. A very successful team like the Braves, a team that was struggling like the Cubs, and it certainly made Thanksgiving very interesting.
Absolutely. Were you doing play-by-play before the Trash Pandas for another organization?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in it since 2007. Spent a lot of time in the Braves organization early in my career, and then I was in indie ball for a while, did some news, and then when I came back from news, I was most recently at Stony Brook University as their football and men's basketball broadcaster on Long Island, and was also the voice for the Hudson Valley Renegades, who at the time were the Rays short season.
Okay. Most memorable call in your career?
Wow.
You can name more than one, too.
Yeah. I guess with the Trash Pandas, I would have to say it was just a few weeks ago when Preston Palmeiro hit a walk-off against the Chattanooga Lookouts. And it's not just because it was such a dramatic ending, but we had a rain delay and we were having a hard time getting tarp on the field. The players came out and tried to help us. They couldn't. And so we were rushing to get the field prepared, and were able to play one final half inning, and it resulted in that. And it was so nice because that was just showing everyone how special this organization is. Even the players are getting involved trying to get this game saved because they want to win. That was probably my favorite baseball call. And then outside of baseball, it was actually a game that Stony Brook lost. They were playing Albany, regular season football game, huge rivalry, and it was back and forth. And then at the very end, Albany kicks it like a 50-yard field goal on a freezing cold day. Ball hits the crossbar and bounces over.
Oh,
so,
wow.
It was an awful way to lose, but it was such a great game. You can't really be mad. It was a lot of fun.
What's your favorite call from your pop and granddad?
Well, Dad, that would have to be the 1992 NLCS when Sid Bream just beat the throw from Barry Bonds to give the Braves the win. It was Game 7, everything on the line. They were down on the last pitch, 2-1, and then Frank Cabrera hits a big hit to the left side, and that call really cemented his legacy in Atlanta. For Grandpa, you know, I hate to say it, but there's not really one call because, unfortunately, so many of the teams he was calling games for just weren't very good.
Yeah.
You go back to St. Louis and his successful days there with Bob Gibson and Sam Musial, guys like that. There's not really one call that stands out with him.
Yeah. Okay. You have aspirations to be a Major League Baseball announcer. Have you submitted any applications to any teams yet? How does that process work?
Well, it's kind of like any other job. I mean, if a job opens, you apply for it.
Okay.
And, you know, in this industry, it's more about sometimes who you know than what you know. And, you know, I had some detours in my career that, you know, forced me, you know, to kind of go back in the pack a little bit. But, you know, I've slowly worked my way back, and I've been considered for some jobs in the past. You do apply and you do what you can, but it's so competitive. There are a lot of talented broadcasters out there. I do want it to happen, and I'm doing the best I can, and you just got to get that chance.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, our AngelsWin.com community and a lot of Angels fans I talk to, they love your voice. We have a huge community of fans that listen to the Trash Pandas broadcast, and they absolutely love you. So we'd love to have you as our broadcaster in the future. Love hearing your call, and thanks so much for meeting us today, and best of luck in your career.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you.